Good morning, children, and welcome to your maths lesson today. So the date is the 2nd of the 2nd, 21, and your learning objective today is to know the features of a bar chart. I'm going to go into a bit more detail about our learning objective in a moment, but before we do that, we've got quite a different Fast 5 for you today, but I hope you're going to enjoy it. So let me just talk you through it. You're going to pick your challenge. So we've got mild, medium or hot, and you have a starting number. So for your mild, the starting number is 10, medium is 46, and hot is 292. Then you have 5 steps all to do to your starting number. Okay, so for this mild challenge, your starting number is 10. First, you're going to add 5. Then to whatever number you get here, you're going to take away 3. Then to whatever number you got here, you're going to divide by 4. Then whatever answer you got for here, you're going to multiply by itself and then add 1. And it should give you an answer at the end. So it's kind of like a little journey that the starting number goes on and it will change, but it's just application of all of these different skills. So pick your challenge and have a go at doing all of these steps to the starting number and see what you end up with. Then the next slide will have the answers. So pause it now. So here we go for the Fast 5. If you pick this one, you should have started at 10, add 5 to get 15, take away 3, which would have left you with 12, divided by 4, 3, multiply by itself, so 3 by 3 is 9, and then add 1. And for this one, you got back to your starting number. For the medium, your starting number was 46. Then to add 24 gave you 70. Multiply that by 10, 700. Divide by 2, 350. Add 50, 400. And then divide by 8, 50. And here, you should have just used your multiplication and division knowledge. The numbers are just bigger. And then for the hot challenge, you were starting at 292. Add 18, which would have given you 310. Divide that by 10, giving you 31. Double that, 62. Multiply that by 4. Could have done repeated addition if you weren't sure about your multiplication skills, which gave you 248, and then add 456, and you should have ended up with 704. So I hope you've liked that today. Give us some feedback on that. It's a little bit different, but just a way to apply some different skills. But into our learning objective for today. So our learning objective is to know the features of a bar chart. So looking at our new little grids here, what type of learning do you think you'll be doing today? To know the features of a bar chart. Have a look. Well done if you spotted it. It is a knowledge-based lesson. So you're going to be learning information about a bar chart, and then you'll be able to share that knowledge in your quiz at the end of the lesson. So this is going to be a lot of information. So you might want to take notes. I'd really recommend that you do take your own notes for this lesson. We sometimes do this in school. So grab a notebook or paper, pen or pencil, and some highlighters if you've got them. And remember, this is your learning. You take the lessons at your own pace. If you need to pause it, rewind it, that's absolutely fine. And when we say take notes, we don't mean copy exactly what's on the screen. We mean put it into a note form that you understand, because you're the person doing the learning. You are the learner. It has to make sense to you. Okay. So I've given you the definitions. Can you remember the word So what word is defined as collecting and analysing numerical data? Which word is defined as information? What about detailed examination? And what about to explain something? Pause the video now and just have a little think or discuss. Okay, let's reveal. Statistics, data, analysing, and interpret. Well done if you got those. So, some new words for you today. Data that is counted and has no in-between value is called discrete data. Discrete data is usually collected in a frequency table and then presented as a bar chart, which is what we're focusing on today. But I just wanted to go into more detail about discrete data. Discrete data can only take certain values. So for example, the number of students in a class. You can't half a student, you can't have half a student. It is a certain number. Another example is the results of rolling 2 dice. These are the only answers you can have. No half numbers. Just to put it into another terms, discrete data is counted. It is not measured. It is something that can be counted, okay? So discrete data is usually collected in a frequency table and then presented as a bar chart. So here is an example of a frequency table. Another example of a frequency table is a tally chart because it shows us how many we have. So this is discrete data because it is data that has been counted, information that has been counted. What do you think this is showing? It says pet here, has some different animals, has a number of children here, has some numbers. I think we can assume that this is the number of children that have a certain type of pet. So this is discrete data because it is information that has just been counted. So from our frequency table or tally chart, we can then put this into a bar chart, which we're going to be learning about over the next few days. Now we're going to look at the features. So a bar chart has a horizontal axis and a vertical axis. So axes are these lines here, which frame our bar chart. And horizontal, I've put a little horizontal line underneath it to help you remember. You might want to take a note of this. So that is going down to this axis here. That's your horizontal axis. And vertical, I've done a vertical line here to remind you. That is going down to this axis here. So have a little look. What's on the horizontal axis and what's on the vertical axis? You can pause the video, make some notes because this will be coming up in your quiz later. A bar chart must always have a title explaining what it shows. So here, done an arrow pointing to the title, and this one's title is a bar chart to show how many pets Year 6 have. Bar charts must be carefully drawn to show the data. There must be a gap between each bar, and each bar must be the same width. So across, all got to be equal. Again, if you want to pause the video and make some notes, that's absolutely fine. This is your learning. And remember, it's very knowledge-based today. So just lots of information, lots of facts, but you need to have that knowledge in order to move on to the other types of learning. A number line is marked on the vertical axis. Can you remember which one the vertical axis is? Have a little look. Which line framing the bar chart has numbers on it? Well done, it's this one. The scale of this number line is chosen based on the data range. So depending on how many people were asked or what numbers you're dealing with, that's what it will go up to. And the scale as well. So we've learnt about scales with our pictograms. This is now our scales with our bar charts. The data categories are organised on the horizontal axis. So here, the data categories with the different types of pets. Each axis must have a label explaining what it shows. Can you find the labels on this one? They are here and here. Okay, well done if you spotted those. So again, today is knowledge-based. We want you to learn what a bar chart is before you use your skills to interpret the data, which you'll be doing tomorrow. So now it is time for your knowledge-based questions. So if you are doing this on Teams and you have access to that, you can go ahead and start doing your quiz. I would leave this lesson open so that you can refer back to it, because remember, it's very fact-based, it's very knowledge today. So you might want to flick back just to refresh your mind. Or if you've made some great notes, that is even better. You can use those to help you. If you haven't got access to Teams, I will just show you the different questions here. So you can just pause the video and answer those. There's number 1. Number 2. And number 3, just some refresher questions. Number 4, number 5, number 6, getting into today's learning. Number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12, number 13, number 14, number 15, and finally number 16. So I hope you've enjoyed learning all about the features of bar charts today. We can't wait to see how you get on with your quizzes. And remember, it's a lot of new information. Don't worry if you find it a bit overwhelming, because once you start applying that knowledge is when it really starts to make sense and you make those connections. So thank you so much for trying your best and learning with me today, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.